How to access the dark web safely in 2023 and beyond. The dark web is a part of the web that is not indexable or reachable using standard browsers and search engines. It requires the use of some special tools, one of which is the Tor browser, a privacy and anonymity-focused browser, aiming to provide users with the most private browsing experience possible, while keeping their true identity hidden and undetectable. However, many hackers, government agencies, and the feds have been known to have set up honeypots on Tor, which effectively de-anonymizes the Tor user to reveal his or her true identity. The dark web is also a nesting spot for many illegal things, such as buying, selling, and distribution of illegal goods, drugs, weapons, counterfeit money, stolen IDs, etc. It is also home to other illegal content such as child pornography, so it is extremely important that you avoid engaging in any illegal activities at all costs, because while using Tor itself is not considered illegal or unlawful, in browsing the dark web is generally not illegal. Engaging in activities that are recognized as illegal will certainly land you in hot water, and in some countries, even browsing the dark web can be enough for you to end up in jail, or worse yet, receiving the death penalty. So it is very important that you understand the benefits and cons, as well as the risks of using Tor, and you must understand operational security, and use Tor safely. It is strongly recommended to use Tor with a VPN. This method is also known as Tor over VPN, in which you engage a VPN connection to any country of your choice, and then you run the Tor browser and connect to the Tor network. This avoids alerting your ISP, who will then alert their adversary, if they have one, and your local authorities, that you are on the Tor network. This can be red flagged as suspicious, which can then get you into legal trouble. So it is super important, in fact, necessary, that you use Tor with a VPN. And never run Tor without first being connected to a VPN. If VPNs are proactively regulated or blocked in your region, you will need to use what's known as a bridged connection. This is especially necessary if your region regulates or censors Tor, or has a very high level of censorship and surveillance. A proxy can also be used, but a proxy on its own is nowhere near as safe as a VPN, as a proxy only disguises the IP address. It does not hide everything you do over an encrypted network. A VPN, on the other hand, encrypts your traffic and changes your real IP address to the country you're connected to, so it is inherently more secure and safe to use if you're going to be using Tor, and at that, you will want to be using a paid-for VPN. As they offer access to many more countries and servers, you have more enhanced protection, and you can also do torrenting, streaming, etc., over any country suitable for doing so. It is extremely important to avoid honeypots on Tor. However, whether or not you can proactively know which sites have ones or not can be difficult. However, many dark web links exist to provide users with safe and reputable links and sources, so you will most likely avoid needing to use a dark web search engine. Dark web search engines generally send you to a page full of completely irrelevant results, and some of the ads and links can redirect you to bad websites and honeypots. So it is highly recommended to just use DuckDuckGo and find websites which are known to have good dark web links that do not contain any sort of bad stuff. Some notable examples include the Hidden Wiki and the Onion Wiki, but you can find dark websites just using DuckDuckGo, provided that you're using the onionized version to access Onion sites. This can easily be enabled by clicking Onionized next to the DuckDuckGo Sir tab in Tor. It is also crucial to use a private and secure operating system, and for this reason, it is strongly advised that you do not use Tor on Windows, Mac OS, Android, and iOS. All of these systems are trackers and can easily reveal your identity, especially in the case of mobile systems, as phones and tablets can often be tied to a real-world account, so definitely do not use a mobile device for dark web browsing unless you can find a secure and safe way to do so. It is strongly recommended that desktop users use Tails OS, an amnesic and cognitive live operating system, or Unix, a Linux distro specifically designed to run in a virtual machine. Both are highly regarded for their excellent anonymity and high levels of security and protection features, thus further enhancing the private experience. However, even these systems have been cracked down on by government agencies, hackers, etc., and they often host corrupted and compromised packages or ISO files. Downloading Tails over torrent can be much safer but still requires that you verify the download, but this is only necessary if the torrent client does not perform an authentication check on the file first. Be very careful as to not use compromised versions of Tails in Tor. Most of the time, your download should be fine, but if the checksum returns negative, you're in deep trouble. It's highly recommended to re-download the ISO file of Tails if it has been tampered with, and you will once again have to perform a verification check using the built-in verification tool on Tails OS website. After downloading the ISO, using Tails ensures that no data is kept after a shutdown or reboot. and thus prevents anyone trying to access that system to see what you have done or been looking at. This can be regarded as a defense strategy, but it's not just the amnesia that affects Tails, it's also the MAC address randomization, which randomizes the user's MAC address. And it also has the ability to have persistent storage. However, this is only needed if you're storing credentials and other important stuff. Whonix is also verifiable, but the developers say it's not necessary. However, for the best security measures, and to ensure your package is not compromised, it is vital that you perform an authentication or integrity check on the Whonix via file for VirtualBox. If you're using a different VM manager to run Whonix, be sure to read the relevant instructions related to that provided on the Whonix website. Please note that this video is not promoting any unlawful or illegal content, and I will not be held responsible for any damage or crime you commit on the Tor network. Please try to stay as safe as you can, and ensure you're doing safe security practices. Please use Tor at your own risk, and please make sure it is not censored or illegal before you even think about using it. Some nations, notably Iran, China, Iraq, etc., heavily censor and prohibit the use of Tor, as well as VPNs and proxies. So for anyone who needs to access Tor but is not living under an extremely fascist regime which has strict laws regarding the use of Tor, please leave bridge connections for those that really need it. Please also ensure that your package of Whonix, Tor browser, or the Tails ISO file has not been tampered with. Never ever use these operating systems or tools without first verifying they are safe to use, and never connect to Tor without first disguising your connectin via VPN, proxy, etc. Provided that you follow this video and take these guidelines seriously, you will ensure that you have a safe and secure experience browsing the dark web. You can find other videos related on how to access onion sites by watching my videos related to that. I have a privacy and Tor playlist which contains the videos corresponding to the name, and these also feature various tutorials on how to safely use privacy tools. By following safe and reputable guides like this, you will ensure yourself that you will not come across any huge danger. Just remember that bad stuff also exists on Tor, and some of it can be really disturbing, so be careful when finding links to other sites. Do not use dark web search engines. Stick with DuckDuckGo or a reputable treat and true private search engine. Metagare, Brave Search, and Startpage are also available to search with on Tor. Stay safe, and have fun browsing the dark web. With all that out of the way, it is now time to draw this video to a close. Thank you so much for watching video. Please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. See you next video. Bye for now.